Incremental greetings. Have you ever wondered, is hardware relevant if I want to get a laptop or whatever computer for the sake of SuperMemo? Or will the SuperMemo experience be different with the hardware? Well, I recently got a new laptop and I got some new insights I want to share with you. So you can take this video as also as a broad hardware recommendations for SuperMemo. So let's start. My main focus is the workflow. What I mean by that is the user experience, how I use SuperMemo. That doesn't mean it is just SuperMemo, the software, and that's it. For instance, when I use SuperMemo, I will be very likely to use Internet Explorer and Chrome at the same time. So I will take this in mind. So what I discovered with my new computer, it's a LG RAM. Here, here it is. And if you didn't notice, I am recording on my desktop, but I am streaming my laptop. So what you see is actually my laptop. And I noticed that now it's been about 3 weeks that when you make a close deletion, in SuperMemo does weird things because it's multiple step. You have to create a new item, copy the text, make the close deletion, apply the HTML, and so on. So for whatever reason, it's doing this convention of three Zs, three through three, close marker, and so on. Later on, it's deleted or replaced. But what happens is that if you take an action quick, while SuperMemo is doing all of those steps, it will leave that marker. It's a bug, one of the many bugs in SuperMemo. This happens time to time. But with this new computer, I notice this is happening more often than usual. I attribute this of the hardware because now everything goes so smooth that I can move on quicker than before, and I am more prone to trigger this back. Cool. Then I know it's more about peripherals, not that hardware per se, but it's relevant. It's about the screen. What you see here, this absolute overkill of a panoramic screen. If you wonder, is not mine. It's from one of my tutorees. And here you have how the Superman experience may be, and I think that will be a 49-inch monitor. But the point is that in my laptop, I had an upgrade in the size of the screen from 13 inches to 15.6, so almost 3 inches more. Yet the resolution is lower. I had a 2K screen, and now it's just Full HD, the 1920 by 1080 pixels. So in this aspect, it's a downgrade in the pixel count. Also, the ratio. I was using a Huawei. It is 3:2, so it is less panoramic. And now I'm using the standard, 16:9. But what changes is the size. That's something you will take into account. Second is how you will use it. In my case, it's a laptop, but this laptop will be used indoors. Yeah, it could be anywhere, but it's very likely it will be indoors anyways. I won't have the sun projecting the light to my screen and so on. And on top of that, most of the time I will be using in a dark place. That means I will spend most of the time with a dark room. That's why also the LG RAM has a glossy screen. What I have chosen a glossy screen, it's also because I always use dark mode and I think dark. So for me, glossy is a good choice. Take this into account. Now, what about the actual hardware? Long story short, the heuristic to follow is not capacity, but speed. I have always built my own computers. Not in laptops because it's harder to do, but in desktops, it's always been like that. Actually, I noticed that brands, how they advertise it, is that they are exploiting the ignorance of the customers. Yeah, this graphic card with so much memory, like the high end graphic cards, the same amount of RAM. Yes, but the speed is terrible. It's super slow. Why they do that? Because people will look only at the amount, the capacity regardless of the speed, which will be a bottleneck. Now, what I did, I got 16 gigabytes. I wanted 32, but I prioritized the speed. And my RAM, it's quite fast. It is exactly 4,133 megahertz. So you should focus on the speed, not the capacity. And usually on the titles, let's say in Amazon, they won't tell you that. They will tell you 32 gigabytes, a laptop with 1 terabyte hard disk or whatever. Yeah, good to know, but that's not useful. What will be more relevant to know is the speed is what will be affecting the performance on the apps. And the same thing with the hard disk. Yes, it's a solid state disk. My other laptop had a solid state disk as well. What's the difference? Is that it was connected with what is called SATA, SATA. And now the one I have with my LG laptop, it's straight with the motherboard, with the PCI Express. I know there's another name that I don't memorize yet. It is. It looks almost the same as the RAM slots. So the access time is so much quicker. How this is relevant? Because in SuperMemo, you don't have one large file that you access it, and you don't have gigabytes and gigabytes of data. No, you have tons, thousands, hundreds of thousands of very tiny files. So therefore, you need to access. Let's say you do a full backup. You will need to access to every file. So let's say 100,000 times. So the time you get that access time, it's multiplied by the 100,000. Is when this takes. It is you can check the difference. So now I can see, even if it's the same technology, solid state disk and more capacity also, is about the access time. This makes the computer so smooth. And when I transition with SuperMemo to Chrome, because I don't use Internet Explorer, I use Chrome. Then in Chrome, I have one extension that opens the same tab on Internet Explorer. That means that if I'm reading something, I click on a hyperlink, let's say, I keep opening tabs in not just one, but two browsers. This is adding RAM usage. Even if SuperMemo is super lightweight, most of the RAM usage will be consumed by the browsers of what I want to check or as a middle step to import it to my collection. This is why it's relevant. It's not just for SuperMemo, it's the workflow with SuperMemo, which is not the same thing. And finally, it's about the keyboard. My keyboard has numpad, but my laptop did not. Why this is relevant? Because of auto hotkey. I'm pretty sure that every user will eventually get auto hotkey because SuperMemo in this aspect it's awful, it's so limited that it's almost forcing you to use auto hotkey. Even though if it's not needed, strictly needed, it's so convenient to have the hotkey, the numpad. Why? Because you can have more key binding.